Hello, parents and kindergartners. This is Miss Holcomb again, and I'm coming to you live from my kitchen. So tonight our lesson is on phonemic awareness. Now, if you are not aware of what phonemic awareness is, it is simply sounds of the letters, or sounds that letters make or together like blends. So normally in kindergarten, we need them to know their letters first. So we usually have flashcards that we start them out with, and we'll have a deck of like the uppercase, the deck of the lowercase, and they have to identify each separately, not in order. They're mixed up. So singing it doesn't necessarily mean that your kid knows the alphabet. So before we actually do beginning sounds, we usually, and my kid's coming in here right now. Sorry. I'm doing a video, okay? I'm doing my mini lesson, all right? Sorry. So normally we want them to know all or most of their letters. Normally, personally, when I have a kid who knows 20 of the uppercase, then we'll start on lowercase, because usually those other 6 is going to come with the lower. Then after they know both those, then we start our sounds. So in our activity tonight, you are supposed to work on number 6. And I hope this is not backwards to you. I'm not really 100% sure if it will be or not. So, pad 6 in your 10. This is actually magnetic, so you can just lay it here. And then we have, and this is my son Axel. You want to come up? Okay. I got 3 boys, if you don't know who I am. They're 8, 6, and 1. All right. So, the very first one, obviously, it's a picture of a bell. So, what you'll do is you'll say, okay, which one of these sound has the same sound as bell? You might want to say which one, you might want to say which one has the same, starts the same as bell, bell, okay? And instead of laying all of these green pieces out, if I were you and your kid, if they are really far and they really know all of their alphabet and most of their sounds, then you can put all of the pieces out. If I was you, though, I would probably put about 5 to 6 out and say, okay, which one of these starts the same as bell? So you might have, sorry, we're making dinner as well. It's mom life. I'm sure you can relate. So you might want to lay them out and say, okay, which one of these makes the same, starts the same as bell? We have bib. We have mouse. We have cat. Maybe you just want to do 3. You, like Elizabeth has already said, you know the level of your child. If they can differentiate them very well, then that you can have more green pieces. If not, maybe you wanted to start out with 3, 4, 5, it's up to you. So obviously bib is going to start the same as bell. So when you're working on your 10, you could just put this here, and then bam, there it is. Next, we have the vine, leaf, pen, I'm going to say man, door, nest, gas. Sometimes these pictures, they are kind of hard to tell, what they actually mean. So that's why I'm kind of going over them with you. So let's do one more. So you'll say, okay, this is a vine. Then you're going to lay out the pieces, however many you need, And maybe you'll say, okay, which one of these starts the same as vine? Would it be the vest or the mouse or lion? Think about how they start. How does it start? What sound does it start with? And then obviously you're going to point them toward the right one, which is going to be vest. So that is the first two. That is how I would complete this game. Like I said, if your kid is really, really getting these, you can do more than one of them if they're really liking it. This shouldn't take all that long, take much out of your day. You don't have to do these tonight. You can obviously do them anytime. You know, that's the luxury of having it at home. Next, it says that you're going to complete the level 1 in the workbook. 1 page of level 1. When I was looking, I didn't actually bring the workbook with me, but when I was looking through the workbook, it looked like level 1 was color coded, and it's all sorry, it's my little one. It looks like that it was color coded, that it was 10. So just choose 1 page, just 1 to complete. And it also said the bug activity on page 30. Obviously I didn't bring it, so I don't really have it with me. But also it talked about counting to 10. Okay, and Elizabeth had some great suggestions. She said, you know, if your kid is like, I have 3 boys. They love to be outside. They love to be in the pool. They love to be on the trampoline. They love to ride their bikes. They're boys. They're outside. They're typical kids. So it's really hard to get my kids inside. So, you know, ways that we can bring that up in our everyday life. She said you could count the number of steps that go to the pool. You could count trees outside, cars outside, anything like that to get them counting. But I want to go one step further. And also, you know, it's great to count from 1 to 10. Also, maybe include 0. The reason I say this is because when we start school, we will go 0. You know, they need to know that represents nothing. If they see nothing, that's really a 0. I'm sorry. And he's finished his food. Honey, what? I'm doing my lesson. Okay, good. Anyway, so 1 step further would be to include 0. So when you're counting, count 0. What's 0? 0, and you know, there's a saying, 0 is my hero. And you know, 0 is, get them to know that 0 is nothing. It represents nothing. Also, once you count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then to make them more fluent, don't leave it at that. Then count backwards. 10, 9, 8. Take 1 away. If you're counting your toy cars, take 1 away. Then there's 10. There's 9. There's 8. There's 7. You keep pulling a 1 away. That way they get in their head, hey, if I put 1 more down and add, I'm going to go up. If I take 1 away, then we're going to go back down. Also, one thing that I do in my classroom is when we count and we get to 10, we just put our hands like this, like it's a rocket, and we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we do blast off, and they love it. Let them go crazy. They're kids. So them are the things that we have suggested for today. So tomorrow we will elaborate a little more. I'm also going to come back on here and do one more little thing today, talking about the assessment that we do. So keep tuned, keep posted, keep checking your email, and you will see that. Thank you. See you later.